Hi, y'all. I have been in a bookmark making mood. I'll show you what I've done lately. I made these worm bookmarks and I made little faces on them with magic marker. And here's the tail ends. These are real easy to do. Super easy. if you know how to do these curly cues, you can make them. And but what I want to show y'all how to make is these flower bookmark deals. I haven't used a pattern for these, I just did them. And I'm going to show you how I did them. Here's a leaf. I put a leaf on the end of them. You can make this thing as long as you want to. This one's short because I ran out of this green right here. But that's okay. You can still use it in a paperback book. Or maybe in a little address book or whatever. But I think they're right pretty. This one has 5 petals. And these other ones I made with that one has 5 petals. Yeah, they all have 5 petals. Now you can make them like this, which is, quicker. But I wanted to center in them like that. So I'll show you how we do it. Okay, take your center color. And I tied this onto the hook. Instead of making a slip knot, I tied it on to the hook with a square knot. So that knot is not going to slip. It's going to stay right there. Now you chain 2. 1, 2. Now you go into that very first loop there. You skip 1 chain and go into that very first. And then you make, 1. And you make it a single crochet and pull that thing around. And you're going to hold this tail end over here and you're going to crochet over it so it won't be sticking out. So we made 1 single crochet. We're going to make 5 more going over that tail end. Oh, the yarn split. Oh, I hate it when it does that. It's a pain in the rear. Okay, let me go into it. Go over that yarn tail. Okay, here we go. There's 1, 2, 3, and pull that stuff around if you need to. Pull it on around there. There's 3. Now I'll make 2 more for 5, 4, and 5. Now I'm going to go over, see that tail end still sticking out there. I'm going to go over that. Crochet right over it. Now, there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what we do, okay, on this last single crochet, just do half of the single crochet. Don't pull it all the way through, all the way through. Because you're going to cut your yarn here. And you're going to tie on your green. I'm going to use this light green. Move that. I'm going to use this lighter green for the tail and stuff. For the chain. And you tie it right on. you tie it on with a square knot right onto this thing here. I know my hands are in the way. Just get that to cooperate with me. I'll show you when I get it tied on here. It's so awkward. Everything fights me. I don't know if it's because my hands are getting old or what it is, but I struggle with tying knots. Doing any little thing like that, it's just a huge struggle. Now, there it is. Now see, I tied a square knot. Now, what we're going to do, finish out that single crochet, that last one, and then slip stitch to the first single crochet. If I get it in there, stitch is tight. Slip stitch in. Oh, you know what? I'm using the wrong color. I was supposed to put the red on there. See, I'm getting old and absent-minded. Oh my gosh, let me see. We'll try to cut this knot off right next to the thing. So maybe I can get it to come out. I got ahead of myself is what I did. I was thinking about making that chain. Dadgummit. Okay, I got it out. Now, let me pull that back out. So I got half of that single crochet made. Now see if I can do something right this time. Pull out some of this red here. Now the red is what I tie onto there. See if I can get it done. I need an extra hand to hold this stuff up so it won't scoot around. I could do these things so much easier when I was younger, and now everything's a struggle. Wonder why that is. I have to struggle so much when we get older. Okay, now I got the right color on there. I'm going to finish up this stitch here. Pull it on through. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count. Make sure I got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let me try to get my hook to go up in there. It's fighting me. Well, shoot. I guess that first stitch is pretty tight. There we go. I got it in there. Now, what we do, we're going to be going over these tail ends too. So you pull them tail ends over so you can crochet over them. It ain't no fun, but that's how you get that stuff done. Now, we're going to slip stitch in here at first single crochet and chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and in the same stitch, you're going to do a 2 double cluster. There's 1, there's 2, and then pull it on through. Come on, get in there. There's your 2 double cluster. Then you chain 3. Come on, 1, 2, 3. And you go down into that same stitch and slip stitch. Now, you slip stitch into this next one, next single crochet. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Do a 2 double cluster. Pull that loose yarn over there and go over it. There's one, come on, 2 double cluster, finish it out, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch in that same place. Now, let me see, I got 2 petals. Go into this next. See if I can scoot this a little closer. This next one, and make your slip stitch. Get in there and chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then do 2 double cluster in that same stitch. 1, 2, and then chain 3. Come on. Slip stitch in that same single crochet. Go into the next single crochet, slip stitch. And chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Do your 2 double cluster. There's 1, 2. Finish it out. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch down in that same place. Okay, slip stitch in your last single crochet. Let me pull this thread up. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And do your 2 double cluster. Finish that out. Chain 3, 1, 2. Now you chain on this last one, you chain 2. You don't do the 3rd chain because this is where you're going to tie off your red. I'll leave the red string long enough I can get a yarn needle on it later. We will have to weave that in with the yarn needle. And then you take your green yarn or whatever color you want, and we tie it on here with a square knot. I can get this to do. Come on. I need an extra hand. Yeah. And tie your square knot. Now, we'll chain that last chain 3 and go down in there, that same place. And with a slip stitch. Now you see, now we start doing our chain. And you're going to chain over this string here as you go along. So, and you make your chain. You can make it, I'd say, 45 to 50 chains long, so you can use it in various size books, from a paperback to a hardback, you know, and going over that string there, going over it, see, going over it, and do your chains a little tight So help it to hold that string in there. Now, got that done. Now just go on with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Make 50. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. It's pretty long. Well, it's already pretty long. You can do 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's your 45. And chain 1 extra because you're going to fasten it off now. And you pull this through twice. Twiced. As my granny would say, twiced. With a T on the end of it. There, and just pull that tight. And there it is. Now what you do is you take your other color green. Let's see which, right here, I guess. This is a homemade spool, yarn spool I made. You just cut it like in the shape of an embroidery spool. And there you go. Now, here's what we're going to do. Okay, now you take this thing here, and you got this. You got one chain here, another chain there. Let's see. Okay, you go 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th chain down, you're gonna draw your yarn in. And you're gonna make, let me think here, because we're gonna make a slip stitch there and there. Okay, you're gonna make chain 2, and this chain 2 is gonna count as your first half double. Now, in the next chain, you're gonna hold that thread and go over it. You're gonna make it, in this next chain, you're gonna make a half double and a double in that same chain. Then you make a double in the next one. Holding that down and going over it. And then, let me check this one. What did I do? Okay, in the same chain here, you're going to do 4 more doubles. So you'll have a total of 5 double crochets in this chain. And now I realize that the chain, this other chain is going to be in your way, but you're just going to skip around it. I'll show you. Okay, I made 3 double crochets in that chain. Now you hold it like that, and you just keep this chain behind your work. You just let it hang down there behind your work, and you go into the same chain there, and you make 2 more double crochets. If I can get it in there. If I can just get it in there. Tell you what, make another double crochet. Make it 6 double crochets. I think the leaf will lay out flatter if you do. And then in the next chain, you make 1 double crochet. Now see, this is hanging down in the back of the leaf. So we got the leaf going right here. Now, you look at what I've got going on here. And you make in the same chain, you make a half double. Let me move this back out of the way. It's tangling up. I just have all kinds of heck when I'm crocheting. I just have all kinds of heck. Well, whatever I'm doing, I have heck. Now, in the next chain, you make a single crochet. If I can get this to go in there, a single crochet. In the next chain, you make a slip stitch. Slip. Now in the last chain, you make a slip stitch. You chain 1, and you make a slip stitch in the back of that same chain. Well, if I can get it to go in there. Now you'll have this tail from your chain deal here. Just hold it down and crochet over it. You're going to do a slip stitch. Slip. So you might have to maneuver that piece of yarn to where you can go over it. Then in the next one, you do your single crochet. No, you do another slip stitch. See, I got messed up. See, on the end of the leaf, the pointed end, you're going to have 2 slip stitches going down the chain. Now, in the next one, you do a single crochet in the next one. And then you slip stitch to the top of that first half double. Try to go through the top two bands of the half double. It'll look nice. Well, I didn't get it in there right. Oh, put this light on where I can see maybe. Yeah. Well, I gotta look and make sure you're gonna put it in the top of the right stitch there. Well, I'm just gonna put it in there any way I can. There it goes. And slip stitch it. And when you cut your thread off, you leave enough, well, about 6 inches or something like that. so that you can use your yarn needle on it. Now see, there's your flower and your leaf. I get that out of the way now. So, your flower and your leaf. So now you just take your yarn needle and weave it in on the back of them, and you've got your bookmark. There it is. I'm sorry this video's not real good. I don't have the equipment or the money to buy the equipment to do the overhead tutorials. I wish I did. I'd do more tutorials if I had that. There's a big stray dog out there eating the cat food. These big stray dogs have been roaming around the neighborhood the last few days. I don't know if somebody dumped them out or what. But they just roam around and it makes it a problem. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.